It's your work that shows your worth.
Yes.
I'll say that again.
I'm about to say it again. Go ahead.
You know this TikTok thing that they're like,
yes. Fucking. Okay.
It's your work that shows your worth. So get executed. No too much talk.
Welcome back to another episode of Chatty Chit Chats with your girl Chatty, the chattiest baby that you ever did know. And I'm so excited today because I have my friend here, May.
Yes, hi everybody. It's so exciting to be back for season 2.
Season 2.
Yes, we're here.
The HBIC. Okay, she's always here. We're glad to have her back. You guys make sure you check her out, follow her. I'm gonna put her information here. But today we're gonna be talking about persuasion in the workplace and in school settings and just really anywhere.
No, persuasion has always been something that people misunderstand a lot. Like when they hear persuasion, at the back of their heads, they're like, oh, you have to manipulate people. And it doesn't even help that I work in marketing. And It's always like, you have to persuade people.
Oh my gosh.
In the workplace, you need to be able to persuade people to buy into your idea, to get change done. So I'm happy we're going to talk about it. We're going to dissect it today.
Yes. Okay, we're going to get all into it today. So let's get into it. So the first section of today that we're going to get into is the confessions. So confessions that viewers have sent in on how they feel about persuasion or things that they want to confess that they've done using persuasion or manipulation, because we're going to kind of figure it out, right?
It's about to get juicy.
Yes. One time I totally faked confidence in a meeting. I was nodding and smiling and pretending like I knew what was going on when inside I was panicking.
Okay, to be honest, that's super dangerous because
I think it's common though.
It's very common.
I feel like a lot of people are going through this.
Most people are winging it
in
the workplace. And sometimes people want to show that they understand what's happening, they understand the conversation, but the truth is they don't.
Right.
And so they try to play along, but that could really backfire.
Well, I mean, it was one time, right? You said one time you faked it. So what you been doing since then? That's what I want to know. Have you still been faking it? Have you been trying to focus and like really understand and take notes and be present?
That could really backfire because in one of those meetings, you can get asked a question. You're going to stutter and it's going to be so embarrassing. Don't fake it. Before you go into a meeting, try to get as much information as possible. Ask questions because some of these meetings can show your expertise. So if you're faking it and you're nodding and you're smiling and someone just throws a question at you and you cannot answer, it could backfire.
It can backfire, but I'm going to speak on the wellness side and say, like, look, the world is chaotic. Everybody has so much going on, and like we're just working to live, to survive. We gotta eat.
Yeah.
And just to give a little grace to everybody, it's like, if you do have that moment where, okay, maybe you zoned out a little bit because you have something really, other thing pressing on your mind, when your boss does or whoever does ask you in the meeting, like, hey, so what do you think about what we just said?
Mm-hmm.
Or you just better be quick with them responses. You better have something to say. Well, if they say, tell us a little bit more about this, my answer would be like, just give me some time and I'll get back to you on that. You have to know how to communicate as well.
That is a much more better approach than
stuttering.
It would be so obvious that you're not present in the meeting. So it's better to just say, okay, can I get back to you on that information? Yeah, try to prepare for meetings.
And try to focus on your work.
Yeah, be more present.
Be present. Try your best. Like, I know we guys got to pay them bills, but in order to pay them bills, you got to do what you got to do and you got to do your job right, right?
Absolutely.
So, good luck.
Do we have more confessions?
Yeah, we have 2 more confessions. I persuaded a coworker to take on part of my workload by making it seem like it would help them get noticed by management, but really I just didn't want the stress.
Okay, that's not persuasion.
That is
outright manipulation.
That's evil.
Come on,
that's not okay.
Yeah, don't act like you're helping them when you want them to do the job for you. No.
Yeah.
Can we find who that person is?
Right? Like, where's your ad? This don't need to be an anonymous confession. We need to know who you are because we need to book a session.
Yeah.
Okay?
You need a session with Chatty Wellness. Trust me, you don't. No,
why do they deserve the stress? But you're gonna put all the extra on them when they already have their workload.
Yeah, and
they're so kind.
You're getting paid. You're not giving a portion of your income to
exactly.
this person.
What's my percentage? I deserve 20%.
I'm stressed on this person.
I'm stressed too. I'm so sorry for the person that doesn't even know they're getting taken advantage of and think that they're going to get like some kind of recognition from the boss.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I think it's very common in the workplace. Like, most people try to shed away, like they try to shed a couple of things out of their plate onto other people. But I think in that instance, you can just ask for support, right? You don't have to create a narrative that you're trying to help a person, just ask for support, right? And I think that person will be willing to support you, but making it look like you're trying to help them, nope.
That's so unfair.
Yes.
Do better.
And I'm speaking on behalf of that person.
Yeah.
Do better.
Do better. 100%. There was a moment I had something important to say in a meeting, but I stayed quiet because I didn't want to come across as difficult. Yeah.
That happens a lot in meetings.
Especially with Black women, I think. Like, because, you know, we already have that stereotype of, like, coming off as aggressive or bossy or to this or that or, you know?
I think for such cases, you need to be able to come with facts when you're trying to chime in or share your own perspective. It's not enough to just say something surface level because, hey, people build perceptions very easily, right? So you want to come with numbers, you want to come with facts, you want to come into that conversation like you already know what you're talking about. You have to assert yourself.
100%.
So it's you know, if you're already feeling like, oh, if I say something or if I share my opinion, no one's going to take me serious. Well, I think you need to reframe it and make sure that you are in control of your own narrative. So when you're trying to chime in, don't just chime in for chiming's sake. Like, people do that a lot, right? Like, oh, everyone is talking. Oh, I've not said anything. I'm just going to say AB. No, you have to come well prepared. You have to come with facts and figures. So when you're sharing your opinion, it's from a place of intelligence. It's from a place of someone who knows exactly what they're saying.
Yes, and confidence.
Yep.
It takes confidence, right? Because if you're just staying quiet and you have an opinion, that's your fault. Like, why is your fault? Nobody knows. Nobody can read your mind. Nobody knows you have an opinion. Okay, let's speak to that. So in that case, if you're in an aggressive kind of field where you feel like those meetings are really like, okay, it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
That's something you got to work on because that's the field you're in. Yeah. And they're not going to slow the field down for you.
Yeah. There's some industries that are dominated by men.
Yeah.
And there are like, you know, one or two women in the team.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for, you know,
of course,
for women to want to say something in the meeting when it's like, it's such a dominated meeting, right? But like I said, guys, like if you're in that space, like if you're someone who feels shy or you're feeling some type of way to give an opinion in a meeting, have your numbers in front of you and make sure that your comments or your opinion in the conversation that's happening is relevant to what people are expecting. Don't just chime in because everyone is speaking and you want to just speak, right? You come off as, you know, someone who's not prepared and you just
right. Have your facts together, know what you want to say. And say it. Say it. Pause the meeting. Let your manager know before the meeting, beforehand, maybe that you have something you want to say. If you know it's kind of hard to get a word in. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit into the main topic. You guys send in more of those confessions. If you guys have any other confessions that you want to share and you want to get our thoughts on, please send them in because we're going to have her back. Okay?
Yeah.
I guess the questions now are more on representation.
Okay.
As far as persuasion goes in the workplace. So the question is, do you think that Black women have to work harder to be taken seriously at school or in jobs?
That's such a good question. I mean, as someone who is very active in the workspace and I'm a Black woman, I think systematic biases exist.
Right.
And so sometimes Black women feel like they need to work twice as hard to be seen or be heard or to be appreciated. But I think that at the end of the day, it boils down to our capacity to deliver on the job. If you've been employed to work on a project or you've been employed to execute something, you need to be able to do that which you have been employed to do. Right. It's okay to go above and beyond, but it's not to say that these things don't exist. It's not to say that other Black women don't, you know, experience this. But at the same time, it's not supposed to be the normal. But it's just sad that these systematic biases exist, and
sometimes they exist in a way that we put it on ourselves, like not necessarily that your manager or anyone is giving you that energy or telling you that. You're going in thinking that just because of what you know about society and all the, you know, the biases, that you just need to put in that work so that you're more recognized or you can be seen, because it's kind of hard to be seen at times.
It's hard to be seen. It's hard to be perceived as capable. And that's why for every job you're given, for every project you're given, there's an expectation. Fulfill that expectation. Right. And if you want to go above and beyond because you're that person, like there are people who just with adequate capacity to do more than what they've been told to do, and that's okay, right?
Exactly.
But these systematic biases exist in the workspace, and there are lots of Black women who feel like they need to do twice as hard, twice as more to be seen, to be heard. But do the job that you've been given to do.
Yeah.
If you want to go above and beyond, do it.
Yeah, just do it and believe it. And I think it's like, it's not even just feeling like it. There are a lot of biases that exist in the workplace, and it's tough. Like, it's
very tough.
So make sure that your self-care is up to par, and that your mindset is right, because that's going to be what's going to push you the most through all this kind of stuff. You got to be resilient.
You have to be resilient. You have to be confident. In fact, I want to hammer on that confidence a little bit. As a Black woman in the workspace, there's nothing as concrete as being a confident Black woman, because again, these systematic biases already exist. There are preconceived mindsets and thoughts, and so you might be looked at as a certain way, but you have to be confident in your job. You have to act like you belong there. You have to know that whatever you're given is because you're capable, and it's because you're trusted in your capacity. So don't feel lesser than yourself because you're not, right? So approach things from a confident mindset. Approach your job, your project, whatever you've been given to do. Approach it with a mindset that, hey, you're that girl,
right?
And you can get things done, with or without the biases that exist.
Exactly.
It's very important to be confident. I'm speaking from experience, in the sense that sometimes you find yourself in situations where it's like you don't belong there, but you have to consciously remind yourself, I belong here. I've been given this 100%. Job, and I'm going to deliver.
100%. And I think it's really important to know your rights as an
employee.
I think knowing your rights and having that in your back pocket is like gonna give you that confidence to really know how to speak. Because as a woman, as a Black woman, but as a woman in the workplace, especially dominated by males, sometimes your voice gets lost. And when you do push back and you do push that confidence, you are labeled, like you mentioned, like it could be you're labeled too bossy, you're a bitch, right? You're aggressive, you're not all the bad stuff. And so I think it's really important to be resilient, to push through that, because obviously if you are doing your job the right way, these things happen. Like all the greatest have been called these things, right? So it's a matter of pushing through and just being confident.
It's a matter of pushing through. It's a matter of trusting your own abilities. You can say stuff and have these thoughts and opinions, but you're who you are. You know the kind of stuff that you're made of. Your own capacity. So if you've been tasked to do something, you've been given this project to work on, deliver on that project exceptionally. It's your work that shows your worth.
Yes.
I'll say that again.
I'm about to say it again. Go ahead.
This TikTok thing that they're like,
yes. Clock it. Okay.
It's your work that shows your worth. So get executed. No too much talk. You've been given this job, do it, execute it, because that's the level you got to be operating at as a Black woman.
Focus on work, right? Focus on what you're doing. Don't focus on all the chit chats going on in the office, in the work office, but also be aware, because again, you have employee rights, and there's so much that we don't really realize that we have rights to, right? Okay, so this is about confidence in meetings. Okay, so how do you speak up when you feel like you're the youngest or the least experienced in the room? So in the meeting or in the office, whatever.
This is so common as well. I recently just completed an advanced leadership course a few weeks ago, and one of the comments that one of the students made was this, like, it's the same thing. Like, she works in an engineering company, and she's so young, and every time she feels like saying something that makes sense, she holds back. And the truth is, this is more common, especially in male-dominated fields that women also work at. But I would go back to what I said initially. Have your facts and figures ready, so that when you're giving your opinion, it comes from a place of depth. It comes from a place of knowledge, right? Because you can only create your narrative. Like, people can form narratives about you, but you don't want that to happen. So you can create the narrative that should exist in people's 100%. Minds. So go into those meetings, go into those conversations with facts, with figures, and be assertive when you're that confidence is, we still go back to the word confidence.
It's the same, I think it's the same answer from like the first question.
Yeah, we will still go back to the word confidence. And don't be confident in saying the wrong thing.
Exactly. Do your research.
Do your research.
Fact check everything.
Do your research. Go into the meetings with what you want to talk about, and you speak with authority, and they'll listen.
And
doesn't matter
age
your
is
age.
nothing but a number. I mean, you might know something. I mean, we're learning from people of all ages, right?
Absolutely.
And in the office, you're valuable, right? Know that you're valuable. And I think if you believe that what you're saying is worthy of being heard, then you're going to feel confident about that.
I think, first of all, you were employed to do that job anyway. Exactly.
There's a reason.
There's a reason you were employed.
Right?
If your employer was so concerned about age, you will not be hired. But you were employed because your qualifications, your experience, they mattered. But I it's okay to acknowledge that sometimes you go into these meetings and you're like, whoa, my God, like
it's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's so overwhelming. But your age doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's what you know up here. And trust me, you know more than a lot of people.
Yeah, just
don't
be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to use your voice, and know that you belong at the table. You're there for a reason.
You belong at the table.
You're sitting there with the same people that like the big bosses. You're sitting there in the meeting.
Yeah.
Like, because you're valuable, you're worthy, and you're supposed to be right there, right?
Yeah. And I think another thing is, sometimes we do this to ourselves. Like subconsciously we say, "Oh, I'm too young. Nobody can learn from me." That's
a society stereotype.
That's
really.
a society stereotype.
Yeah.
You could be younger than your boss, but they're learning one or two things
you're more
from
wise.
you.
Yeah,
you're more wise. You're more in tune with trends and all that. And I think that age, let's just take age away from the table. Like, the moment we bring age into it, it becomes a very complicated conversation.
Yeah.
So regardless of your age, it doesn't really matter. Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Can your team trust you? And your team can only trust you if you show your capacity to that, conversation.
Exactly.
So you hone your narrative.
Asserting yourself in every single chance that you get when you have that, like she said, the facts,
the
documentation, all the research done, and you know what you're saying. Yes, assert yourself and know how to speak. I think it's important. Tone is important. Body language is important.
I agree.
So there's an art to it, kind of. So if you haven't really learned about that, I think that's something that you can go read on tips on, like how to assert yourself in a positive way to still make sure that you're being heard. Yeah, no,
you touched on tonality, body language. Hey, we have to always remember that we are in a professional setting,
right?
And you have colleagues that are potentially, looking at you or looking up to you, and so it's important to be social aware.
Right.
What does social awareness mean? It means that you're reading the room. You're reading the energy of everyone in the room, and so you're not trying to just insert yourself because you're a woman. No, you're trying to insert yourself because you have something concrete to share.
Right.
You have something valuable to share, right? So tonality is very important. You can be assertive and confident and straight to the point without being loud or without being forceful.
Without rolling that neck. Like, sir, I said I got something to say. Like, no.
Without interrupting people.
Right.
You gotta, hey, you have class.
Right.
We're classy. Right. So
classy.
You can be classy and still be assertive, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly. Yeah. No. Honestly, I think that's the answer. It's confidence. Be assertive. Push through it. I think it's like almost like imposter syndrome. You feel like you're just kind of like in a space you don't deserve to be in. I think that's really what it comes down to. And a lot of times when people feel like they just can't speak up, it's like, why? Because you feel like you don't deserve to be here. You don't feel like you don't deserve that seat you have. Some people wish to have that seat, so I think you better take advantage and run with that seat and do what you can do with that seat. Okay, speak up on that seat. Okay, clock it. Okay, so we're gonna get into the art of influence.
Okay, let's go.
So the question is, what are some persuasion tricks that actually work with teachers, bosses, or coworkers? Like things that are like asking questions, for example. So that's a great way for you if you feel like maybe you're lost in the meeting, you don't really understand what's happening. It's okay to assert yourself and say, can you explain that? What does that mean? Or, you know what I'm saying? Some people are really scared. They go back and they're just like, I don't even know what they were talking about.
Yeah. No, I think most people are afraid to be wrong. Yeah. I'm here to tell you it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to not know everything.
Clock it.
It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to be confused. Because trust me, like, there are other people in the room that know more than you, and there are other people that you know more than.
Right.
So it's okay to be confused. It's okay to ask questions.
Right.
Don't feel like, oh, if I ask this question, they're gonna think I'm stupid.
I think it also depends on how you go asking the question. Don't be like, oh my God, so, what did you say, huh? Like, you're not gonna ask in a way that you sound like you're not professional, confident.
Yeah.
You need to be like, excuse me, can we go back to that slide?
Oh,
Maybe
you
slide
talked
one.
about ABC.
You talked about A, B, and C. I would like to elaborate a little bit more on
That's
that.
it.
Own your voice and own it in the right way.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's okay to not know the context of the conversation. It's always good to ask questions. Like in the professional setting, you cannot assume. Oh my God, like you make assumptions. No, you should go and ask questions, get clarity, and be sure that you are in line with what the team is talking about or what the team is working on.
Yes.
Right? But one tip to persuade people is you gotta get buy-in. In politics, they call it lobbying, kind of, right? But in the professional setting, you need to get buy-in from people that can spread your vision to the rest of the team. In business school, they call it building networks, right? So those networks are your colleagues, they are your superiors, and so when you get buy-in into a vision, it's more easy to persuade the rest of the team.
I think it's really important to make sure the tone is there, the confidence is there, the assertion. Just work on the language, all that stuff is important.
Build networks.
Yeah.
Even if you're in another department, it's okay to connect your network through other departments. Like, it's important that when you're trying to persuade people, know who the relevant stakeholders will be that will support what you're trying to persuade.
Stakeholders meaning all the bosses, the people that are directly involved.
Yes.
Those are the people that we're talking about when we say stakeholders.
Yes. So those are the people that you need to, first of all, sell your vision to.
Right.
And when they buy into that, they're able to cascade it down for you. You're not going to just logically make sense of what you're trying to persuade people to do. Yes. I mentioned that I was in an advanced leadership class, and then something that stuck with me that the professor said was, logic makes sense, but it's not sufficient. And so what that means is when you're talking to someone about an idea, logically it makes sense, but it's not enough. Because you said it and because they liked it doesn't mean that you've persuaded them to buy into that vision. Right? So you have to build networks, you have to, again, stakeholders, work with the people, the decision makers in whatever department they are, get them to buy into your vision, and then persuading the larger group of the company or the larger team members becomes easy.
100%.
Making sense, right?
Clock it. That's the theme of this episode. Just clock it, okay? So boundaries. How do you persuade without over-explaining or shrinking yourself? Don't over-explain. Yeah, short and to the point, right? Because you're not going to, give all this information. First of all, who has time for that? People are trying to make coins. Like, who has time to be sitting here listening to your freaking explanation?
No, in the corporate setting, in the corporate setting, people assume that the more you explain, the more you're persuading. No, I'm here to correct that mindset. It's not by over-explaining. It's by keeping it short and simple. His principle. Always remember that. It's not by saying too much. It's not by bringing all the information together. No. It's about, again, facts. I keep going back to facts because
that's just what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. If you have your facts, then you're going to be confident because you have facts and you have evidence to prove what you're saying.
Yes, it's evidence-based facts, right? So first of all, don't never over-explain yourself, please. If you have to over-explain yourself, it means they don't the person you're talking to does not already buy into.
They've already probably said no, and now you're trying to convince them. And it's no longer a persuasion. You're trying to convince them now. And that's a different thing. That's almost manipulation at that point. Because it's just like, I already said no, and you still here trying to give me another longer explanation. Like, get out my face.
It's not by force.
Because it's not making sense.
Go back to the drawing board and be like, okay.
Make it clear, concise, short, and direct. To the point.
Yeah.
What is it you're trying to convey? What is that? And get to that point. We don't need the whole from the top all the way to the bottom. No.
It reminds me of back home when we go to these markets. everyone is trying to convince you to buy this dress, buy this, and then they fudge. They talking. You're just like,
it's like the flea market. It's
I'm
like
not gonna buy. Like
yeah.
they're not gonna force me to buy.
Gosh.
You get so
Gosh.
never over explain.
And also to the point where you can also notice that they're getting frustrated with you.
Yeah, they're exhausted.
It's like if you notice that if you notice you're getting frustrated when you're trying to persuade someone, you're doing it wrong.
Yes.
That's just the answer.
Just stop.
You shouldn't be even getting angry. Like, why are you upset? It didn't work. It's okay. Go back to the drawing board.
Yes.
So we have some viewer questions. How do I deal with a boss that never listens to my ideas?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I think.
First of all, why are they not listening to your ideas? Do they not trust
Well,
you?
maybe they're busy. Maybe they have a huge 300 people team, 500 people team. Might be hard to catch your boss because it's only one person. So I think maybe try timing. Maybe see if you can catch them on a one-on-one. I think that would be a really good way, like schedule a meeting with them type of thing.
Yeah. No, I think that's these bosses are very busy, so you don't want to waste their time. But try to look into their calendars, book a meeting, send them email on your status of the project you're working on. Carry them along, basically.
Yeah.
And this is what I also advise, like, other women in the corporate space that reports to directors or senior directors. It's okay that your boss is busy,
right?
And they might not have like 100% time with you. Just carry them along. Hey, this is the project we're working on.
Updates.
Just giving you an update on what we did last week. And trust me, they're going to read your emails. And
you can't email every week, or you can't email as often. Yeah. Keep those documents on the side so that you can, like, whenever you do get that chance, you have all of it in one place. Yeah. To just easily.
Absolutely. Just don't go quiet because they're busy and they don't have your time, or they're not listening to your ideas or to the things you're proposing. Just keep carrying them along, keep giving them status updates, and whenever they get the chance, or whenever there's like an availability in their calendar, fix it 30 minutes. 30 minutes is okay.
And I think making sure that you have some kind of solution to whatever problem, that's going to always get the stakeholders to listen.
Yes.
Okay.
I tell you, if you can propose ideas that will make the company money or save them money, they're gonna
value.
Now you got
exactly.
me.
That was a tough one though. I think it's like again, confidence is gonna be a part of that too. You have to push through.
Yeah. You like the corporate space can either break or you can either break or mar you. I think that's the right word. But hey, you have to be confident. You have to
build you up.
Yeah.
It's either or.
That's the word.
I don't even know if that's the word. I'm just saying something that sounds good.
I just know it's like that line.
But yeah, somewhere. Help us out in the comments, okay?
But yeah, you have to be confident.
Yeah.
You have to go into meetings with facts and figures. Go into the room like you belong there, you own it.
Yeah.
And you're trying to persuade people, build networks first.
Yeah.
Like build connections and relationships with people first. Don't try to coerce people. Don't try to force or enforce your ideas. And don't try to be upset when people don't buy into your vision. Work with the decision makers, stakeholders, and they will be advocates of what you're trying to persuade people to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome.
Okay, we have 2 more questions that we're going to get into a Hey Boo, and we're going to do a bucket pull.
Nice.
And we're going to be out. I'm shy at work. How can I still be seen as persuasive? I think like shy meaning like obviously publicly, or maybe in a meeting you don't want to like unmute and be like, hey, so my question is, no, maybe you're not that person, you're not that girl. So if you're not that girl, I would say maybe sending emails.
Yeah.
And because you could be persuasive in an email and writing and text, you can be persuasive through that as well. And if you know how to write and communicate in that way, that could be a great way to get you more seen if you're not able to like get it out your throat, you know?
Yeah, I think that's one way.
Yeah.
Another way is if you're a shy person, it's okay to be a shy person. If you're a shy person that's going into like a meeting, and you don't want to unmute your mic or turn on your video, you can send your points to the meeting, the person who's leading the meeting, and they can, say, May wanted to share this point, blah blah blah, and then that's it, right? Like it's not everyone is going to be amazing at public speaking, and that's fine, right?
Right.
But
you're still valuable.
Yeah, thank you. That's
you're
it.
Still valuable.
You're still valuable, and so make sure that you are still, showing your value in little ways, especially in these meetings. Sometimes when I'm on meetings, I see some team members, rather than unmute their mic, they just drop something in the chat,
right?
Which is okay, which is sufficient.
Is fine in any form, as long as and also too, like maybe there's a smaller meeting if you feel more comfortable talking in that smaller meeting, or doing a one-on-one, so that you're still seen. I think being consistent and being able to communicate through those emails, you can still be persuasive in those ways.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Don't let your shyness stop you from being great. Okay,
clap that. It's pure jewels and like just golden gems in this episode. And if you're in the workforce, I suggest that you take these, tips in.
Seriously,
Like, this works in any field, no matter where you are. Like, literally. The last one is, what do I do when people interrupt me in meetings?
Oh, you gotta say, let me finish my points, please.
Yeah, excuse me. I'm not quite finished my point yet. I'll let you have your moment in a second. Let me finish this point.
Let me tell you guys something. Sometimes in meetings, you will find overzealous people.
Yeah.
Really passionate people.
Yeah.
They're excited. Like, they're just happy to be there. Right?
It's not them trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
It's not like to take personally.
Yeah, don't internalize that at all.
Right.
No.
100%.
But them interrupting you is rude, of course. But once that happens, just casually say, hey, can I please finish my point?
Yes.
And of course, they're going to listen. It becomes a problem if they don't, but most times, like, oh, I'm sorry, oh, yeah, please finish.
Yes,
right,
exactly.
So, that's how you should approach it. Approach the person. Hey, I notice you always interrupt my meetings. Like, can we
Some
be
people are
besties
uncomfortable with that. Some people are very uncomfortable with that. I can see that being something that they're like, oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. But like, that is okay too. It is okay to confront the person, especially if you feel like
if
you know how to communicate.
And
you're not going to make them feel like, you're attacking them.
Yeah.
Girl, you are excited and I understand. I love all the feedback that you like to add to the meeting.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, it kind of...
It comes off as, like, interruption, right?
Yes. And it's hard to kind of get us back on track when that happens. So if you can hold those off until the end, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do a chatty bucket pull. Okay. And then...
That's new this season.
Yes, that is new this season. It's because I wanted to continue the fun of different questions that might not be in the topic we discussed today. Okay. Just so that we can have something fun. So basically, pull one card. There's also... Wait. Okay. There's 2 chances to win $50.
Whoa.
In here, and there's also a bottle of wine.
Ooh, I love wine. You gotta make it dramatic. Tell Chatty what she can do better as a podcast.
That's hilarious that you got that.
Be honest.
Be honest. What can I do better?
You want to dance and have a good time.
La 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 la. Din din doo doo. Can you get the high note?
Oh my God! See, guys, she's done it. Like my request is already done, dusted.
Clock it. There's nothing I can do better, according to her. Okay, and she said it. I'm golden. Before we leave, I do want to give a little hey boo advice tip, and maybe you can give one as well, just on this whole topic of persuasion. Hey boo. When it comes to persuasion, keep it simple. Don't over apologize. Don't over explain. Use clear language and remember that standing in your authority is what makes people listen.
Yes.
So be confident.
Yes. I think my hey boo would be just know you belong. Just know that whatever opportunity you have right now, you deserve it. Yeah. And speak up when you need to speak up because opportunities are there for the taking. Yeah. So keep shining, Black woman.
Yes, Black melanated queen. We see you, okay? Just know that we see you, and sometimes it's hard to feel like you're being seen, but you're seen. Like, even if I've never met you, I know you're working hard. I know you're trying. I know you're pushing through, and I know you're going to take the tips that we told you today.
Yes.
To turn that workspace around, okay? So I wish you all the best.
Can we do one last round of clock it for all the Black women out there?
Clock it. Come clock it with us, ladies. Clock it. Only good energy, love, and light in the workspace and persuasion all day, baby. Okay, let's do it and use it in the best ways.
Awesome.
But thank you so much, Mimi. I can't wait to have you again. We're going to have her back, guys. Don't worry. Don't rush all to the front now. She's coming back. She's coming back. And if you guys want to follow her, her information is right here. Check her out.
Yes, follow me on the mic.
Yes, Meme on the mic. She's also a host. If you're looking for a host in Calgary, she's right here. Okay. Book my friend, y'all. Book my friend. But until the next episode, make sure that you like, subscribe, share, comment everything this video. Until the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.